With Shane dying fairly early in the comic book, where do you go about trying to find your motivation going forward after that for the couple of seasons that you were on the show?
Well, I'll be honest with you, and I know I don't want to get stabbed by a pencil. I know this is like a Comic Con, but I didn't really pay too much heed to the comic in that sense. You know, I read this script, this pilot script that blew my mind. I thought it was the best written pilot script I'd ever read, and it was the first year, you know, in my career where, you know, pilot season's kind of big for actors that are just kind of starting out when when the new shows are made, and. You know, I read this, and I actually got offered a couple other TV shows, and I would never suggest this to any actors starting out, but I turned those down because I needed to audition for The Walking Dead, because I read that and it was so wonderful. Man, it's the longest answer to the simplest question, but point is I read this script and I was just, this is so freaking badass, and it's Frank Darabont, and then it was AMC, and then it was, you know, I met this great cast, and it was just this wonderful, the thing just kept getting better and better and better, and then I heard that it was based on a comic book, so I read the graphic novel, and my dude is like dead like that, like by the time, like one sandwich in, dude's dead, you know what I mean? And so I kind of had to, you know, there's one sort of panel of Shane when Rick first comes back in the graphic novel, where he's got his hat on, he's just kind of like staring at Rick and Lori, and that's the thing from the comic I think that helped me more than anything. It's just that, you know, it's just a huge shot of his face, you know, and like everything that was going on, and I think that really spoke to the complexity of what was going on. But I feel like the TV show, you know, Frank really wanted to scratch out the wound of what the Shane and Rick relationship was, and like really dig into it. So I was grateful for the chance. Rock and roll, man. Yeah.
I think while Rick was a moral compass for everybody, you were for lack of a better word, the executioner. You executed basically what Rick would want to do, as well as everyone else, and I think that you served a very, very good purpose until you boned his wife, man.
But it's also like Andy Lincoln's such a badass of an actor. You know, he had the patience to sort of become who he became in season 3, and I think he adapted and adopted a lot of the shit that was going on with Shane, and he brought that out in Rick in season 3, and he's a wonderful friend and wonderful actor, you know.